Alright guys, we're back. We are doing the diorama. We're getting started. I'm just gonna jump right into this. I'm not even gonna sit here and talk ears off or nothing. So I'm gonna put the shoreline here. And then we're gonna that right there. Basically what I'm doing is I'm cutting out an outline right now. You feel me? I'm cutting out an outline. And I'm gonna use my chisel. I'm gonna chisel this all down. And then this is gonna be where the water is going. This, I already smacked out a piece of this right here, just to check it out. And then this is going to be where the shoreline is here, beach right here, and then it's all going to come together after that. So I'm not even going to like bore you guys with most of this. I'm going to get this started now, and then I'm really going to start the video when I get deep into the meat of this. So I will talk to you guys right now. All right, and we're back. Right now, we are got the shoreline here. I'm gonna put a little bit more sand over this, just so like maybe like in here. But I just wanted to like etch this out just because I wanted it to look like a natural beach. So there's sand at the shoreline, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna have sand in here. It's gonna be all rigid and stuff. But as of right now, I'm just taking my chisel. Just a plain old chisel set from Amazon. And you know what I mean? Whoops. Sorry for a little bit of the shaky cam. It's all good. Damn, I didn't mean to smack that shoreline though. Oh well. That's what happens when you doing awesome shit. Anyways, so I'm gonna start cleaning this up, and then I'm gonna get the epoxy ready. I'm gonna get the glue ready for the sand, and then we're gonna move along with this. So, all right, so we're back with the diorama. Right now I'm gonna start painting this to get it ready for the epoxy. I didn't find any deep sea blue at any store I was at, so I'm just gonna make my own. I'm gonna use opaque white. I'm gonna use opaque black. And I'm gonna use opaque blue from Cretex. And we're gonna make our own over here. So I've already got it mixed up. Just gonna stir it in. Get that all ready. Stir that up. All right. Look at that. So that looks good. Trying out a new angle today, just because I'm doing this diorama. I'm going to be using a big brush for this, and let's check this out. Let's see how it works. I'm going to try to get every single crack and crevice of this. So I went with like a rigid ocean bottom because I don't know, I like it. I think that looks kind of cool. And I like stuff like that. So for this liner up here for the beach, I cut it in a little bit too far, but I decided I'm gonna like have the sand coming like right here out just a little bit, so like it more flows into the beachfront more. Just because I feel like it would look really good. And how I'm pretty much basing it off of my beaches here in PA. I'm on Lake Erie, and we have very rigid. So, you know, that's where I grew up. I didn't grow up on the ocean like a lot of people did. I'm actually really afraid of the ocean, if I'm being honest. But you know, that's just something, a little something about me. I can't swim, but you know, I can get by. It's not that I can't swim. I just don't want to swim. I need to mix up some more. So black. I kind of mix it a little bit too much white, but you know what? I think that'll be fine. Bring that color out some more. It's not going to be perfect, but it will look really good, I think, for the epoxy mix. And this is my first diorama, so I'm just going off of what I think this should look like. I'm in no way an artist. I decided to go with a diorama because I feel like everyone's going to be building mobile suits, and that's it. And yeah, that's fun, but that's safe to me. Even if I don't win, this is me challenging myself to do something different. Like I said, I just got into this hobby in January, and I told myself I don't want to be like anyone else doing this. You know, I want to, you know, I got to learn the basics like everyone else. But other than that, now that I'm getting into it, I want to just, you know, I want my own style. I want to do my own thing. This is a huge step for me. Just doing something different, getting out of my comfort zone. And, you know, I want to bring you guys on this journey with me, you know, and I really do appreciate everyone who watches my videos faithfully and supports me and supports what I'm doing, and, you know, likes and shares and hi, baby. You're gonna mess up my audio with that fan. No, they need to talk and chat and whatever 3-year-olds and 2-year-olds do. I'm really liking how this is turning out so far, just from the top paint for the ocean floor. I know people are kind of like, why is the ocean floor so rigidy and rockety? And like I said, I'm basically basing this off of my lake. How my lake looks. Like, if you've been to the beaches of Lake Erie, then... And I think that's important to, like, if you're doing stuff, you should do something you're familiar with, you know? Like, I can speculate. I mean, I can look up how oceans are supposed to look and how ocean floors look. But, like, I didn't grow up in that. You know, I'm not from the ocean. I'm from the shores of Lake Erie. So, that's what everyone's going to get. The shores of Lake Erie. Oh yeah, this is looking awesome. This is looking amazing. To me, at least. I don't know how it's going to look to everyone else. But you know what? I like it, and that's what matters. And I think when I dump the epoxy on it with the blue dye, this is going to look beautiful. All right. There we go. We're about done. I'm going to flip this real quick. Just because I want to see how it looks. Oh, and I can show you guys. And I can already see some stuff that I want to get in and propagate. Oh yeah, this looks awesome. Wow, man. I think I'm going to use this type of landscape just for like ridges and rocks and stuff. You know, like a rocky landscape, like a moon fight or something. Because this looks awesome. And then I'm going to make this little spot right here. I'm going to take this spot right here. And I'm going to make that brown with the sand up here. And I'm going to put sand down here as well. So I'm going to glue some sand to this. So then when I put the ocean over it, the ocean water over it, you'll have sand in the water, and then there's going to be sand for the beach. So it's making sense in my brain. I know it probably doesn't make sense to a lot of you guys right now, but I assure you it makes sense in my brain. But as of right now, this is the ocean floor. And now I'm going to start mixing paint for brown, because I don't believe I have any brown, but brown's easy to make. So I'm going to make some brown, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to mix some epoxy, and we're going to put the ocean on here, man. I think it's going to be dope. Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. So I'll see you guys in a few, and yeah, thanks for supporting. All right, I'm back. So I got a little bit excited. So I mixed some brown because I didn't have any brown, and I'm gonna do the beach front, and I'm gonna do the actual beach itself with this homemade brown I made. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. So turn this around so you guys can see. But essentially, I put it along the shoreline, so that when I put the sand in, like I said in the last video, when I put the sand in, I'll have a beachfront for sand to go in the water. And then once the epoxy is added for the ocean water, or lake water, or whatever you guys want to call it, it'll look like there's sand in the water, and it'll look super, to me it'll look natural, you know, because there is sand in the ocean, there's sand on the beach inside the water there, and I kind of want my diorama to deflect all that, because the contest runner said, Zaku said, that if you do a diorama, you're being judged in the whole diorama, not just the suit on top of it. So I want this to look as pretty as can be, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be judged on aesthetics, how it looks, and all that jazz. And I also have a crap ton of sand from a sandbox I used for my kids. So, and I found out that I can actually glue that sand to dioramas, like play sand, or bags of sand with sand in it too, to a diorama. So we're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do. This is looking awesome. This is actually really fun. It's very, very therapeutic. I like painting. I think that's why I took to airbrushing so much, because I really like changing something. Wow. Really changing something to something new with color. Like that makes me very happy. Extremely happy. Just putting a little bit of this color on the side here, just because it'll look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing to the eye when I'm taking pictures. Plus, it looks really freaking cool. Just make sure I get this all nice and coated a bit for when I want to do something brown with a suit. Yeah, this is 120% gas. Yeah, I mean, I got a little dripple right there. But other than that, I mean, now I'm going to wait for this to dry a little bit. Nice coating of brown on there. And yeah, I mean, I like that a lot. Let's turn it around real quick, just so I can see if I missed anything. Yep, and I sure did. Sand on top of this, going along the shoreline here, and then going on top of the beach. It's going to really make this look really good. And I'm like super pumped to like see like where I can take this, you know, like, and it's really freaking exciting, if I'm being honest. Anyways, I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna set up everything to get the sand going, because I want to do the sand first, get the beach front going, and then we're gonna move on to doing epoxy to the ocean, and then yeah, then we're gonna go on and move. After that, we're gonna move to the surfboard. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, guys. So back to the diorama. Right now, I'm going to glue and add sand to this brown part right now. I'm going to be using a lot of Hobby Lobby stuff, because that's what I pretty much have in my area. So I'm going to be using the thick model glue from JTT. So I'm going to paint that all on, and then I'm going to be using JTT sand. I do have regular sand, but I figured might as well try this out first, see if it goes well. If it does, great. If not, well, kind of fuck. Put that there. And I have the diorama on a swivel now, just because it'll be easier to turn this thing. Let's get that all going. Make sure I get everything I can glued. And if this doesn't work, we'll use some old-fashioned Elvers. Alright. There. It's from what I've seen from other dioramas, this is the easiest way to get stuff on a large surface, is to paintbrush the glue around. Once we get the sand figured out, I'm going to move on to the water. So, all right. I realize that my biggest hurdle would probably be filling up this crevice here with sand. So we're going to work on that first. Sand. I'm going to All right. I'm going to spread that around. Make sure we get it right up to the edge. Some's going to spill into the ocean a little bit, but that's going to add to the aesthetic. All right. So I'll pat that down. I probably should tape this now, honestly. Just so I can... Give me a second. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to tape this. Okay. So I went ahead and did a little bit more stuff. I got the sand all in. I have the shoreline blotted off so that when I pour the epoxy, I will cover up this sand inside of the water as well. So they have like a little rundown. Added some palm trees, give it a little bit more volume and depth. I really like that. I have it all taped off now for the epoxy pour. At this point, I'm going to mix the epoxy, get it ready. But right now, this looks awesome to me. So we're going to move on to the next step, right? And then the beach towels are being made right now as well. And we're going to get all this stuff done. Probably get most of this diorama done today. And then all I got to do is cut out the surfboard, get that painted, get it fitted. I'm going to use another one of my master grades for feet and positioning for Chars Zaku. And I'm going to put him right in here, probably on the edge over here. That's where we're going to put the surfboard, just because I want that to be the centerpiece of the diorama. And then we're going to have the rest of the water, and then we're going to have beach towels. We're going to have people. We're going to have umbrellas, all that right here on the beach. So just a fun day at the beach with Char, you know? That's the theme. And he will be the focal point. His Zaku will be the focal point, excuse me. And yeah, so we're going to get that going now, and I will see you guys in a minute. We're back. Right now, I'm going to add towels and beach umbrellas to the diorama. So we're going to get that going. How it's going to go is I'm going to add one of these umbrellas, little cocktail umbrellas. And then on each side of the umbrella, I'm going to have towels. And then I'm going to have figurines and people. And it's going to be dope. So let's add that. All right. I want to be too high into the trees. So I'll put that there. Throw that down there. Actually, we'll have one. Yeah, that's going to be fire. That's going to be fire. So, you can see that right there. And now let's add the rest. And then there is our beach front. Ooh. Awesome. We have figurines coming. Once we get the figurines in, we pop. Because I need some beach dwellers, man. You gotta have beach dwellers for the beach, right? With that said, that is it for this part of the diorama. Next, we're going to be pouring and adding the epoxy water. So, stay tuned. I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, I'm back. I am mixing the epoxy now. What I'm using is Let's Resin. That's what we're using for the epoxy. I got it's epoxy A, epoxy B. It's just a 2-part. And then for the ocean color, I'm going to be using the blue and green. Maybe I'll try out the turquoise. I got this. This is Craft Smart. Got that from Michael's. So I'm going to mix this in with the resin here. I'm going to get rid of these resin cups because I don't want to use those. As of now, so I'm going to move this out the way. So I'm going to open this up, bring this here. Now I have to mix this for 3 minutes. So I have a mixing paddle for my drill. We got the green there. We got the blue here. Don't mind the sand that's sitting there. Put this over here. Got the green and the blue here. So put that in. I want a deep blue for this. We got that. That should be enough. I'm not sure. I've never done this before, so then we're gonna poke that. I got okay. It's all mixed up. Looks really cool. So now we're gonna pour this on. Wish me luck. Yeah, so wish me luck. Woo, here we go, first time.
Cool. The water tiny. The water. Doing it. The water.
It is the water.
Doing it. Wow, it's cool. The water is cool.
You like the water?
Yeah. Wow, what is it? Pouring on it. It's pouring on it. It's the water in the ocean. What doing? It's an ocean.
It is an ocean.
It's going back and down.
Mm-hmm.
The ocean.
Is that cool?
Yeah. Now there's ocean. But
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, we're back. So the water has been laid for the diorama. It's hardened. It's good to go. This is what it looks like. So I'm very happy with this. For this being my first diorama, yeah, I made some mistakes. But the rocks look amazing. There's a little dip here from when I actually had a spill accident happen and some of it spilled. That was a disaster in itself, but other than that, extremely happy with this being my first diorama. I can't wait to do more in the future because this is cool. You know, it's different. People do gunpla dioramas all the time, but I love this. This is awesome to me, and I'm gonna keep going. So right now, so that we can make this deadline, got a lot to do today. But starting with, we're gonna get this shoreline done for the water because I did a mock up of it with some glue the other day, and kind of did it outlined it for me, so I know where I want to put it. I'm gonna try something today though. It's something I've never done, and that's making my own shoreline. So what I'm going to be using is some realistic resin water. I'm going to use thick model glue. I have the snow powder, which I'm going to try to use. I was looking for flakes. I skipped over them. I was in a hurry. I should have waited. But if this doesn't work, I will have some snowflakes, some actual snowflakes. But right now we're going to mix this up. Oh, and I'm probably going to end up having to use some... Hopefully this turns out decently. Honestly don't know how this is going to go. I'll do it right the first time. So I'm going to start off with a little bit first, just to see how it works. Oh, gotta open this. Okay, just a little bit. Now I just watched some videos online and saw people experimenting and doing their own thing in snow, and I thought, you know, maybe I'll try my own And then if it doesn't work out this way, then I'll try it someone else's way. But for now, I'm going to give my way a whirl and see if maybe I come up with something different that people can try. I was honestly looking to save money, if I'm being honest. Ooh, this actually looks really good. Oh, wow. Wow, that actually looks really good. That looks really good. I don't know if it's correct, but for the effect I'm looking for, I think this is good. Check that out, guys. I'm gonna try run this along the shore just to, you know, simulate waves crashing against it. This is doing what I wanted it to do. I'm trying to break that up a little bit so it looks more natural, but oh, I'm sorry, I'm just like really elated right now. Oh yeah, that right there. Just brushing my hands across it. Yeah, guys, this is awesome. This is awesome. I am thoroughly happy. I'm thoroughly impressed. Kind of with myself a little bit. Just gotta make sure it doesn't all like throw up into the sand like that. Yeah, no, I am happy. I think that looks awesome. From the back view here, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, guys. And I didn't even need to add any of my opaque white to this, just because how I'm doing it is working out perfectly. The glue is binding it, and oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. It's my fault. Alright. So I'm gonna leave that right. And I mean, yeah, one pack of this is enough. More than enough, honestly, to get some good. Hell, even for snow. I mean, that looks good even for snow, you know. Oh, I got a little bit of sand in there. That's unfortunate, but that was my fault for touching it and mixing it in there. But I can just go back over it. But let me get this mixed up. So again, I just added up to what? 1 milliliter of already mixed water resin, half a milliliter of glue, model glue, and then you add this snow stuff till you get fluffy white flakes, and that looks like snow or shoreline. So, like I said, I did a mock-up of it a few days ago with glue, just so you guys could see on my short and my TikTok what it would look like. Need a little more of this. I just made a lot more this time just in case I have to go over some spots. But yeah, this is wonderful, guys. This is one highly recommend. Like I said, I don't know how this is gonna set, but if it's doing this, then I think I'm golden. Let me grab another popsicle stick. There we have it, guys. That is the shoreline water. It's not perfect. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it's supposed to look like, honestly. It looks like beach water, shore water to me. I mean, that was cool. I think that's really cool. I mean, if I was on a beach somewhere on a shoreline, I would think like, oh yeah, that's dope. You know, that looks cool. Ah, I probably should start wearing gloves when I touch this type of stuff, honestly. But yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna get everything set up so that we can make this surfboard, guys. Yeah, shore water done, white water done, and yeah, we'll be back in a minute. And we're back, and now we're going to make this surfboard. I went and got some balsa. I believe it's wood. It feels like styrofoam, honestly. Yeah, it's wood. From Hobby Lobby. But that's pretty much how that's going. We're going to cut this. Sorry, I put my headphones away. We're going to cut this. So, I'm basically freehanding this. I do not never built surfboard. Don't know what I'm doing. So, I'm just going to etch this out the way I think a surfboard is supposed to, like, how I think it's supposed to look. Actually, you should probably use marker. I'm going to use Sharpie. So needs to be long enough, kind of simulate what a surfboard looks like, but also wide enough to accommodate the Zaku's feet. So that's now that we're on the curve, we'll bring this all the way down here. And then flip that and reverse it. No, I'm just kidding. It's a Missy Elliott reference if you guys don't know who that is. Bring that down. That's a little jank, but you know what? That's okay. We just want a decent outline. So that's going to be the general outline of it. And I can actually bring this line in some more. So that it's more actually right there. I like that better. Yeah, I like that. Bring it in, cut it. I mean, because we'll just flip it over, honestly. It's getting, I don't need to flip it over. It's getting painted anyways. So how we're cutting this out, I'm going to try it 2 ways. That's why I got a really long piece of wood. I'm going to use this Dremel saw. It's the one I used when I did, it's the one I used when I did the spikes for the Goujon. If you haven't seen the Goujon video, check it out up here. All right, sorry, lost my bits. So I use this drill, this Dremel drill, when I cut, again, the Goujon, the spikes for his hammer. All right. Let's see, where are you? So I hope that this goes well, because I'll have to cut this damn thing with scissors or something if it doesn't. I don't see how I put that damn thing on. It's this one right here, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Put that away. Yeah, because there's the screw. All right. So I'm gonna put this together real quick. Give me a minute. We'll be right back. Give me a second. All right, after some drilling and some other bullshit, we're back. I'm gonna test this out real quick. Yeah, that worked great. Yeah, we're in business. Alright. So now that that works, let's cut this damn thing out. I'm actually gonna cut this in half. Yeah, that's definitely wood. Holy shit. Alright. So, start here. Alright. By the way, don't try this at home, kids. Not a supervised adult. I don't have the safety goggles on, nothing. I'm actually probably doing this the wrong way. And I'm probably gonna get flack for this in the comments. But, shit. Alright, let's find some... Actually, I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my look here's my glasses. They act as goggles. This is what I'm going to use to cut this wood, because safety matters, guys. Yeah, safety matters. This is what I'm going to use. There's the look. So, have fun. Enjoy this while you can. Alright. I just thought about something. I gotta make sure this thing's not as long as the diorama. Be right back. We're gonna have to reduce this to a short board, but we're still gonna be surfing. I just gotta cut this in half. So we're gonna get this cut out, and then I'm gonna shape it down. So alright. Whew! Okay, so we got it out. That's it. Man. Whew! Okay, so sawdust in my face. Alright, we're back. Here's the board. You gotta cut out. I'm gonna shape this. Definitely gotta shape this. I'm gonna grab actually one of my master grades and throw him on there and see if it works. Give me a second. So we got the Gouf on it. I like this. I like this a lot. Bend the knees. I'm not gonna unpose him. I like, oh my god, I like that so much. I don't know why that looks just fucking cool, man. A fucking surfing mobile suit, dude. Oh my god, yes. Let's fucking go, everybody. We are fucking there, alright? And when I say we're fucking there, the Zaku's fucking outfit is done. I just have to go pick him up here in a few hours. And yeah, we're gonna have him on this fucking diorama. And we're gonna fucking have him surfing, dude. Let's go. Talk to you guys in a second. Got sawdust all over me, dude. It's all good, though. Honestly, it's all good. So the surfboard layout is done. Again, I turned it into a short board because the diorama is again and put it on. Oh yeah. Okay. And there's plenty of room. Yeah, that looks good. Haha. That looks so good. Yeah. I am away. And we'll be back in a minute. All right. So we're back again. Right now I have my beautiful girlfriend here, and who is more artistic than I am, and she's going to walk you guys through the painting process for the surfboard. She already did one side, and now she's going to show you guys how to do the other, step by step. And yeah, she'll just show you guys what she did, how she's doing it. So, you know, be nice and enjoy. Sierra, I leave it over to you.
Thanks. Okay.
So she's going to be using Pretext colors, Wicked colors, Sky Blue, or excuse me, Daylight Blue, Pretext Opaque Blue, Pretext Opaque White, and then Master's Touch, Vermilion.
All right. So this is the side I did earlier. We're just going to repeat it on this side. I started off taping because you want nice, crisp lines. Like so. All right. We're going to go in the lighter blue. I just want to make sure these are sealed, but it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to end up lining it later on anyway. I'm just going to go in. It's alright if we go over the edges, because I'm going to go right back over that later on with darker blue. We just don't want to oversaturate the wood. We're going to do the same on this side. Again, we're going back over that blue because we want blue kind of on the edges here. Just like that. And the tape is just there to kind of give us a semi-crisp line, which it may not be when you take it off, but it's fine because we're going to end up outlining it with blue. Wow, that actually turned out pretty well, if I do say. All right. Now we're going to go in with this dark shade. And I'm going to get a liner brush. And we're going to line it. Okay. So this, we're just going to follow that line. I'm just going to start right here, the wood area. So wood has natural grooves in it, which makes it a little bit easier to make a straight line. But again, it doesn't need to be perfect because we're just laying the line. We're actually going to go back in and thicken this up when we're done. So if there's any imperfections, you can always just fix it at that time. You don't need to rush. This takes a little bit of time. You don't want to oversaturate your brush so you can get a nice line. But you also don't want it to be dry, so you have to keep going over it, because when you go over it or leave big globs, it's going to run and not be as crisp, and you want it to be nice and crisp. Take it all the way to the edge, like that. All right, that's what we got so far. You can see that nice contrast of the dark blue on the light blue. We're going to do the same to this side. And this is why I said this blue right here didn't have to be perfect, because we're lining it. So if it was like a little bit of paint outside, we could probably kind of hide that with this dark blue here.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty.
Again, we're going to go back over both of these sides when we are done. I think this is what kind of takes the most, is, you know, lining these things, because you don't want it to get wonky and messed up all the way down to the end. All right, that's what we got. You can see those two lines. We're going to go right back over them. So let's do that now. Make sure everything is uniform. Nice and smooth. It's a little bit easier because the line is basically already there. You just have to follow it. So this goes a little bit faster than when you're initially doing it. Just wanted it to be a little bit thicker so you can really see the contrast of the different blues. Then we're good. We'll do the other side like so. So you can see the difference between that line and this line. Now we're going to do the same thing to the other one. And then it should be dry, so we're going to take let me see, I'll be right all the way to the end. And we're gonna have to go over this another time just because you can barely see the white on the wood grain. May have to go over it 3 times. I guess we'll see when I get there. It's super easy. You just follow the same line that you were already using. Just dragging your brush along. That. Can you guys see the white? All right. I'm going to go back in with this blue right here. On this side again. So that's what we have so far. We're going to go back in with this blue right here. Just clean up the edges up top right here. Gives you that nice triangle shape at the front. And then we're going to do the same down at the bottom here. It's like that. And then we're going to take this brush right here. So I'm going to do this side last just so it has time to dry, but you're going to want to go around kind of the edges here with this darker blue. Not a whole lot, but just enough, you know. And we can flip it over and do this side. My paint is still wet right here, so we're just gonna try and avoid that area until it's a little bit drier. Okay, it's like so. And we're gonna take our liner brush again that we used for the white. We're gonna go in with the dark blue, and we're gonna go on top and outline this board. And this does not have to be perfect whatsoever. You just want a little bit of a crisper line, just like this. Like that. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to do that side last just because it's probably still wet, but it should be at least dry enough to go over it with the color. It's wood, which is pretty porous, so we should be good to go. Yeah, see, it's still a little wet, but it's going right over it. No issues. It's not bleeding or transferring or anything, so it must be just about dry enough to go ahead and do that. Crisp line. I'm going to come over here and make this just a little bit thicker right here. I think it looks a little bit better. Thicker. Like more intentional and not just like I was making a mess out of paint. All right. And there we have it. We have our surfboard for our Zaku. So thank you guys for watching me do that. And I am going to pass this back to the original artist of this. Thank you.
All right, guys. So Sierra finished the surfboard. We have that all done up now. As you can see, she did an amazing job. It's going to fit her on here nicely. Zaku is going to look beautiful in this. But in the meantime, we are going to add a little bit more character to this water in the shape of boats. Yeah, that definitely gives it some depth. And then now we're going to put our beach dwellers on. Boom. Dude, this looks freaking amazing. I mean, the only thing I need now, honestly, is just my Zaku. This is great. What I am gonna do though, I'm gonna make Obviously, this thing's in the water. It's moving. So I need to make a wake. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a wake real quick. Yeah, that looks good. And with that, we are done with the surfboard. This isn't the last diorama. This is my first diorama. This won't be the last diorama because this is awesome. See you guys. With the surfboard now done, that's the surfboard. I will reveal the Zaku tomorrow. And this diorama will be done. I mean, this is pretty much the layout. Alright guys, so with that being done, the surfboard has been laid out. The wake has been made. The wake water has been made for it. The diorama is pretty much finished. The Zaku just needs to be put on it. I will be picking him up tomorrow morning. And yeah, this diorama is literally done. Aside from the Zaku. But we've got the beach dwellers, we've got the water boaters, we've got the giant surfboard. If you already didn't put this together, yes, I am using Char on his Zaku to surf. And I'm calling the diorama A Day at the Beach with Char. We are officially in the contest now with that. So tomorrow, I will finish this video. I will have it uploaded and you guys can see, hopefully, something really special. Thank you guys, seriously, for all the support. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for sticking around and putting up with me and listening to me and watching my builds. And I really hope this turns into something really special. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. We are done. We're at the finish line. We're crossing the finish line right now. I just want to say thank you and a huge shout out to all of my subscribers and everyone who's believed in me and everyone who's waited patiently for this to get done. I don't want to sit and waste any more time, so without further ado, I present to you guys Char's Day at the Beach. This build has been, I can't even describe it. It's been incredible. From my girlfriend helping me with the surfboard painting to an awesome seamstress helping me design and bring to life this outfit, this beautiful outfit, to the boaters, the beachgoers, the palm trees. I mean, it was in my brain. Let me look at the popsicle. Instead of a heat hog, we got a popsicle. It was in my brain. And I wanted it to come to life. I drew inspiration from other dioramas with water, and yeah, it manifested from that. I knew I wanted him to be surfing the entire time. I knew I wanted him in his Zaku surfing and, you know, causing a panic. I mean, look, you got people freaking out, trying to run away. You got this guy about to get smashed. Yeah, this everything in my head that I wanted this to be is how it turned out. And I'm so happy to have this been my very first diorama. Yeah, some things went wrong. I spilled epoxy all over my workstation. I had to throw some stuff out, but it was my first time. And it was a learning experience. I know how to lay epoxy better now. Next time I know how to make it, to clean it up and make it look better. But I know now that I can take an idea in my brain and I can bring it to life. You know, I knew I didn't want to paint anything besides his feet to look like water shoes. I knew I just wanted him to be just his natural mobile suit. But I knew I wanted him in clothes. I knew I wanted him to like look like, you know, he's like there's another place that the Zaku hangs out and they all wear regular clothes and they look like people, you know? And it was awesome. It's just been awesome. It's been an awesome time. People put up with a lot of crap for me, from being up till 3 a.m. to, you know, spending my time in my hobby room. And I can't thank those people enough for sticking this out with me. And I think I made something truly unique, something truly special. And I'm looking, now that like I know it's possible, I can do this. You know, I can make this. I can take something in my brain and make it awesome. I'm going to do more dioramas. I'll probably do like maybe 1 or 2 more this year. But we're going to go back to painting on runners again here after this. We're going to go back to painting and building, and we're going to get back to it. But for now, guys, I appreciate everybody who just gave me incredible support. And, you know, I really hope you guys enjoyed Chars Day at the beach. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it. I'm open to criticism. I'm open to learning how to do dioramas better. I'm open to other ideas for other dioramas. You know, let's start a conversation. Let's see what we can do with somebody else that's popular, and see what maybe what scenario we can put them in that's real world scenarios, you know? Like, that's what it's about. It's about real world scenarios and just having a good time doing it. So I'll leave you guys with this. If you think you can, do it. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. See you guys.